Okay, this will be the explanation of the combined fruit example. Let's take a look at the scene. Very simple game. When two fruits of the same type touch, they make a fruit of a bigger size. Okay. Uh, so let's look at the elements that we use here. Obviously, we have the space here where the fruits fall. Um, these are just some colliders. With physics enable, also the fruits have a collider with physics enable. They have a rigid and they have a rigid body. Um, so we have a script for the fruits, and then we have a game manager here, which I called fruit game. Let's take a look at this. For the fruit, uh, there is an issue when we combine the fruits, and the issue is sometimes because we have a collider on both fruits that collide. Uh, when we spawn the fruit, it might happen twice. So to fix that, we count when we collide with something. So, in other words, uh, so we count the number of collisions with a fruit of the same level or size. Uh, we also here have an array of the fruits, the fruit prefabs. So on collision we can spawn a fruit of a bigger size. We also have a visual effect here, a prefab of the visual effect. So the number of collisions is 0 by default. So we just have on collision enter function here. So a collision that is physics based. We check if we this fruit did not collide with anything, so the collisions are 0, and also uh, we check if we collide with a fruit. So if we collide with the fruit and the number of collisions is 0, we get the script of the fruit that we collided with, and we check if the level of our fruit is equal to the level of that fruit. So if they're both the same level, so the same size, it's time to combine and destroy those and spawn a bigger fruit. So we say number of collisions plus plus on this fruit, and we also say number collision plus plus on the other fruit. So that way, this here does not happen on the other fruit as well. Um, so after that, we check if we can spawn a fruit. Uh, because we have a limit. We have a max level. So we check if the level of these fruits is different than the maximum. So in that case, we can spawn a new fruit. So here in this line of code, we spawn it and we select the rigid body as well. Now we also have to change the gravity scale of that. So, but before that, let me explain this. So we say that the rigid body is equal to the fruit that we spawn here. So we spawn a fruit with a level bigger by 1 here at the position of the first fruit that collides, no rotation, and then we get the rigid body. Because here these prefabs do not have gravity uh, by default. As you can see here, we can move this fruit without gravity. So the prefabs all do not have gravity enabled. We have to say gravity is equal 1. And just to make sure that it does not stay stuck when it collides with when it touches the bottom here, we add a little bit of rotation first, and we also add a little bit of movement. And then we spawn the collision visual effect on both the first fruit and the second fruit, and then we destroy those fruits. Uh, Obviously here, if the fruit is maximum level and it collides with another one that is the maximum level, this will not happen. We do not spawn a bigger fruit. You just spawn the visual effects and destroy the fruit. Now in the game manager, we also have an array of the fruit prefabs. We have a rigid body fruit RB. This will be the rigid body of the selected fruit, so the fruit that we're about to throw down. We have a maximum level. We have the fruit spawn, the position where we spawn the fruit. We have the horizontal axis. We get the input for the movement using the horizontal axis, and we have a move speed. So in the update, we get the input here, the horizontal axis for the horizontal movement. And then here we have some logic for throwing the fruit. Or letting the fruit fall. So we check if there is a fruit, if we have a fruit selected. In that case, we check for spacebar. In that case, we just change the gravity to 1, which will make the fruit fall. We also say that the velocity is 0, add a little bit of rotational force, and then deselect that fruit. So say the fruit rigid body is equal to 0. And after that, we have a coroutine that will spawn a new fruit. And we wait a little bit of time, so that way the newly spawned fruit will not interact with the previous fruit. So in here we just wait some time, and then we spawn a random fruit. So we make a random index from 0 to the length of the fruit, and then we spawn that fruit and also save the rigid body here. So then we can move it here in the update. Then in the fixed update, because we're changing the velocity every time, we have to do it in fixed update. We check if we have a fruit selected, and then we say that the velocity is equal to the move speed times horizontal axis times the vector to right. So the move speed represents the speed, horizontal axis represents the direction, and this is the vector to right. So means 1 on the x, 0 on the y. So that's the combined fruit game.